Hello, Steam Machines! Mr. E here, welcoming you to yet another episode of the Steam Corner. We reached 25. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. And for today's episode, I would like to do two things. First, we've got a big announcement because our brand new course from our colleague and friend Jack, Dr. Jack White, has just been published on Udemy, so it's available for all of you, and it's a course dedicated to Steam experiences for the little ones. I'm gonna share with you a voucher code that gives you 50% off for the next 3 days, so please keep an eye out for that. And after this, I would like to delve a little bit deeper into the Mass Music Robots 4 project, as we discussed in the previous streams, showing you a little bit of a new idea that I had, because today unfortunately I'm alone at the streaming site, and I'm going to show you how to create a musical map with Make Code Arcade to transform tiles into musical notes. So let's take a look at the fabulous course that Mr. White has created for us. So first things first, guys, please head on over to Udemy. If you haven't seen it before, it's a fabulous place where you can get lots of resources for anything that you want to learn. There's lots of courses. Obviously, our courses are maybe not the best, but we try our very best to bring you the best content. So please go ahead and support us if you like our content. It's all available here. The discount code is here. I know it's a little bit scary, but you can pause the video and copy it, or please feel free to click on the link in the description below. It's gonna be much easier, okay? So to find the course, click on the link or go to udemy.com and then type in Stay Creative. We are the first one showing up, and it's down here. You can probably recognize Mr. White if you if you attended one of his lessons. When you click on the course, you've got all the lessons here, and this, I think, is a perfect recipe for parents with children aged more or less 4 to 6 years old who want to transform their weekends into a fabulous experience, but also for all of the teachers that are focusing on early years, even probably the early stages of Key Stage 2. I think they are okay as well. Don't forget, teachers, that under the resources here, we have worked really hard. Believe me, it took lots of hours to make this stuff happen. We have created a lesson plan with an introduction, a main activity and a plenary, a homework set that you can download, print and share through your VLE, Seesaw, whichever you're using, slides if you'd like to teach this, and the scratch patch where applicable. In this course, this is for everybody, all of you Steam machines out there. Dr. White, or Mr. White, is working with a lot of fabulous bespoke scratch resources on musical materials. He has created
welcome to our Steam machine.
A scratch patch that allows you to recognize materials, but also, a little bit further on, use musical instruments and their materials to make sound. A similar approach happens in rhythm, where we work with the Chrome Music Lab app that many of you have already done. I have road tested this app just a couple of days ago in a school in Peterborough, and it went down really well. The kids had a lot of fun. We can test our number writing and our handwriting as well. This is pretty cool. Song signs to move, so create a choreography. And what I like really is the arpeggios, because Mr. White has found a fabulous way to link a story with our with Google's Arpeggios app. So we took some words like feed, which actually are F-E-E-D, and took the story of that wizard toad and transformed it into a excusez-moi, a musical melody. We went on to use the Typatone and the Patatap, which are two fabulous apps. So guys, I hope you're enjoying this, and don't forget, the link is in the description below. The voucher code is there. It's just $9.99 USD, so it's a bit less in pounds, and I hope you'll have an amazing time with this. Don't forget to rate it and comment it and give us a shout in case you've got some ideas or comments. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you online soon. So now it's the time to start testing this idea. I'm gonna give myself a little timer. I wanna try and test this in no longer than let's say 15 minutes, 1-5, okay? So I'm gonna start the countdown real soon. And this is what I'm trying to do with this experiment. Create a piece of code that allows us to go and explore a world where the tiles make some noise. Let's see if it works. And remember, guys, when it comes to coding, creativity, making music and everything, failing is absolutely fine. As you've seen in some of the previous streams, we did fail in some occasion. And then, of course, we use that to learn for the next time. So don't be discouraged. It's absolutely okay to make mistakes. Right, so let's start from the beginning. And I would like to show you what we normally do in a school setting. So this is, I'll start with a very simple introduction on our workshop for the years 5 and 6. Here we go. So on makecode.com, you click on arcade, you've seen it, and I'm gonna jump onto the musical maps. So what we normally do in school, it's this. We create a sprite. We click on that image, and I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot of new characters here. I absolutely love this dinosaur. It's amazing. You cannot not like it. It's just brilliant. It's a bit big, perhaps, but it's amazing. There are smaller ones as well, so you can play around with a few more things, no problem. There's the mushrooms that make... Let's be the mushrooms today, okay? So there's a mushroom, then we move it around, and you can see that with just a couple of blocks and your computer arrow keys, you can move it around. Then what we want to do next is create another sprite, and this sprite is gonna be our a red note. I usually paint it in red like that. Then go and grab a white or black frame depending on the type of background that you're working with. In this case it's black, so I'm gonna put a white background. And finally, you can place it somewhere. So if you go back to sprites and you place it like that, make sure you go for the sprite 2 because that's the red one, okay? When you click on it, instead of doing complicated calculation, just use the chart here and job done. So it should appear somewhere up there. Perfect. Now we go and search for our beloved whale mouth shaped. What's happening to my mouse? My goodness. Okay, it's decided to play up a little bit. No worries, we can always... Ooh, okay. We want to create the overlap, which is this one down here, okay? Drag it in, and let's see what's happening. It's when the player overlaps with the player, but the red square should be, let's call it a red. Okay? So we overlap with red. Job done. What should happen? Well, I should probably hear some music, so I'm gonna use a middle note, C. Does it make sense? So when I go over this, watch out, this might be a little bit loud. You hear that note, yeah? If you don't want that clicking sound, just make it a little bit longer so it doesn't repeat. Unfortunately, sorry, it will repeat anyways, because otherwise you need to set up a little bit more complicated code, and usually this one takes quite a lot of time. I didn't choose a red at random though, because if you go to our beloved Chrome Music Lab or any other system that use the Chroma Note system, which in English it means the boomwax, you will see that C is red, D is orange, and E is yellow. And then you can continue with the light, dark green, purple, and pink. And the same thing happens on the following octave. So those colors are not random, they have a specific order. Just gonna write the first 5 perhaps, okay? So this is what we normally do in school, right? Fair enough, that sounds pretty good. But what I like to do today is a completely different approach, which is, yes, I'm gonna use a sprite, and yes, I'm gonna move it around. So let's see if we can use a new sprite for today, because that's pretty cool. Okay, come on, this happy dinosaur must be it. Must be it. So I'm just gonna call it Happy Dino. And I'm gonna move it around. So remember when you do this code, guys, to match the name, right? And if you're trying to follow this code, feel free to pause the video and rewind it, or even slow it down. So Happy Dino is now able to walk around, not a problem. Everything is up and down. Okay, next step, this is the new patch, so I'm gonna use the countdown. Let's see if I can really make it in 15 minutes. Alright, this is a bit of a scary one. Right, so let's go and set up our scene. And guys, if you're watching in real time, feel free to drop us a comment. I've got the comments open here, not to worry. So I'm gonna set a background tile map. So here we go, set tile map 2. And the dino is gonna be in the forest, come on. So I'm gonna keep it at 10 by 8. By now you should know that that's the size of the screen that we've got. And just a second to fill it in. What I'm going to introduce you today is the custom tiles, because we want to make a few of these tiles of different colors so that the dino has got his own walk-on piano, I guess. Let me just do a quick fill up here, and we've got the tile map. If you see it, the dino is now on the tile map and can go around. There we go. What I like to do is somewhere in this area, maybe around here, make a few different tiles that allow the dino to go around. So perhaps we should create some custom tiles. So how do you do that? You go to My Tiles and hit the plus icon. We'll use the same system that the Chromonaut system has. So I'm going to start with my red, and I'm going to just make a few green scratches here, because I think it should work a little bit better. Maybe a couple of dots here and there, just to simulate some patches of grass, I guess. Let's see if it looks good. As you know, Miss Yu is the the pixel art artist, not really me. But okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. So let's place it here. Then you can duplicate it and duplicate it a few times. Let's use 5. So if you remember the color, we got orange, yellow, bright green, and dark green. So let's go and edit this one, change it into orange. I'll place it here. The next one I want to be yellow. Oh, sorry. There we go. The next one is going to be yellow, so you can edit it. Select the yellow, the bucket, and you go for it. Light green for the one coming up. And we follow with the dark green on the last one. You can obviously keep on customizing as much as you like, depending on how much time you've got available. Don't forget to place them down, of course. And a one here, and a one here. And this one is going to be our... shall I place it there? Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, not the best, but that'll do the job, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So this is just a little beginning, just to show you how this could work. Then we're gonna go and create an overlap, but instead of using the usual well-mouse shaped one, I wanna use this one. On sprite of kind player overlaps with at location. Let me just shrink this a little bit. So I'm gonna select the red, and then I'm gonna play the note C, maybe for 1B. Then I can quickly make a few copies, and the orange should be D. The yellow should go into E, and you can probably tell where I'm going with this. Sorry about the noise. We got light green for the F, and we finish up with, there we go, with G on the darker green. Now when you go around your track, you should be able to hear this. But we get stuck, you see that? It's a bit of an issue here, so we kind of need... See that? I'm getting a little bit... that's not very good. I was not expecting that. I need to find a solution. Let's see, let's see. Maybe with just a couple of blocks, we can change things. So let's see if I can do... I guess I just wanted to play once, not twice. So let me see what happens when I use this other block. Okay, that's the beauty of live coding. You never know what's going to happen. That got stuck, didn't it? doesn't quite work. Not to worry, not to worry. In that case, I think maybe we can use functions. So it's gonna be a little bit of a turnaround, but let's see if that does the trick. I'm gonna say play C, and what's happening here? My goodness gracious. Skip to my loo. Okay, no problem. So we got play C. As you can tell, I was teaching the early years. Okay. Oh, thank you, Miss Yui. Projectiles. Yeah, but I'm trying to work with the tiles here because I want to create a pathway. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So I'm gonna grab a music. Just go to play tone at middle C, and then see what happens if I can instead put the function inside here. Let's see if that makes my life better. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm not sure where you are, but here the storm has just been battering London. Same problem here. No, it doesn't work. It just doesn't do the trick. Okay, not to worry. In that case, we're gonna have to do a disappearing pathway, which is, I think, is pretty cool anyways. Not to worry. Here you go. This is what I'm gonna try and do. I'm going to delete that tile map. Sorry, that tile. And you can use it like this. No, sorry. Set this one at tile map. This one, you see this one? Grab it. So we get rid of it, and I think this needs to be, if it disappears, there you go. All right, and then we can bring the location onto here. So it basically eats it. If you look at the dinosaur now, it's gone, right? And now I should be able to play a musical note. Ooh, 7 minutes. I'm halfway through. I can do it. I can do it. Yeah, that worked. That worked. There was a little bit of a gap, but I think that does the trick. So if I quickly go and modify the others to do exactly the same, that should make life much easier. So we can duplicate, and orange goes to D. There we go. Skip to my loo. Sorry, it's too funny, these songs. Let's see what's coming up next. Alright, we've got the green for F and the G for the dark green. There we go. Let's give it a quick test. Audio back on. Let's see what happens. That's not bad. That's not bad. It worked. It's fine. It's fine. So what I wanted to try is make a little pathway to create our composition. So let's go and enlarge a little bit our tile map. Just gonna do a 20 by 20. Okay, so as soon as you do that, don't forget to add one block onto your start, which is the camera block. So your character needs to be moving alongside. So happy dino, here we go, right? Perhaps, you know what, we could also add a point, but maybe we'll do it if we have some extra time at the end. And let's redesign the map. And again, I'm gonna be quite boring just for the sake of time. And here we go. Guys, if you're outside, please don't fly away because it's really battering down London at the moment. There we go. And okay, fill up the tile map, paint over the rest. And what I'm gonna try and do now is gonna be very simple. Just gonna be the S to make Mary Had a Little Lamb. So this is Mary had a little lamb. Then there's gonna be a gap for us to go down, and then it's little lamb, and it should be bright green. Sorry, dark green. Little lamb. So imagine the dino going down this way. we have a little lamp? Oh. To undo, remember the buttons at the bottom. How are we doing? 4 minutes out, we'll be fine. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was, it's Didi, white as snow. This should be Mary had a little lamb, provided that we walk down these pathways, okay? You might want to put some walls to make the player go down your preferred pathway, but, you know, depends. So, let's see what happens. Oh no! I forgot to do one thing. I need to position the dino at the beginning of the tile map, otherwise it's going to probably... So let's place him up there. Let's see what it is. It's a 2-1. Remember to look at the bottom left of your screen for the coordinates. It's a 2-1, and actually, you know what? A 1-1 should be even better. So I'm gonna place the sprite from the scene. You can find place my sprite, and you put 1-1. Okay. Happy Dino is here. Right. And let's see if it works. It works. Awesome stuff. I'm quite happy. I have to say I'm quite happy. So let's make this a little bit better. So for example, I can move these ones a little bit lower, and even if it's not in the correct tempo, it doesn't matter, because, you know, it's a game, it's not a musical instrument. And let's see, I've got 3 minutes just to fill up a little bit better these things. All right, let's see if we can make a little bit of a pathway around it. Are these going to work? No, they're not. We can make some some separators like this. So it's kind of making our player, or suggesting our player, to go into a certain direction. Oh, my favorite song once again. Okay, there we go. And then maybe here, let's put one hidden gem. Oh, look, there's new things here. I love when I find these things. Look at that. This is a new pathway. It was not there. So let me just use this thing here. Whatever that is. Looks good. I'm not entirely sure what that's supposed to be, but it's good enough. Okay, so we'll make it that when it goes on top of the bubble at the bottom, it's going to win. But don't forget that you need to make the walls. So it's gonna go through here, down, then walk his way down this way, and then go to the bubble. Let's just do one last thing for the overlap. So when you duplicate, you overlap with the bubble there. Unfortunately, you need to destroy it, and then you go for game win with a nice smiles. Why not? So let's see if it works. 1 minute 13 to spare. Let's try our game. Yee! That's pretty cool. It worked. I'm quite pleased. Very, very briefly, if you want to change the animation, you can do, when left button is pressed, you can do set my sprite image, which is Happy Dino, to the left facing dino. Let's see if I can do it in 30 seconds. And here we go. And then when you go to the right, you can do the same thing for the right hand side. So you can change it. Oh, he's so nice and smiley. So right. And let's see if there is one for going down. I didn't quite check. Let me see. Can we do that? No, there isn't. That's okay, that's okay. So that should do the trick. Let's see if it lets me do this. And the time is up. So yeah, I think we should just try it one last time, see if it all works. Let's try. It works, it works. Here we go. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Miss Yui says kawaii. Thank you, Miss Yui. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream, and this code I'll post it afterwards on at the bottom of the video on this description, and I hope you enjoyed this little idea that we had for today. So once again, guys, don't forget you've got 3 days of 50% off on Mr. White's new course called Stay Creative. Please head on over to Udemy and get the offer before it's gone. It's only 3 days, and then it's gonna go full price, unfortunately. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I sure had fun trying this idea. And remember, when you have some of these ideas, please try, create them. And if you fail, that's absolutely fine. You see us failing as well. It's part of the creativity process. You don't have to succeed all the time. It's important that when you make a mistake, you treasure it. Sometimes it's very difficult to overcome it, but every moment that you invest in trying to learn how it's gone wrong and how you can improve it, it's definitely a phenomenal resource to make you grow and become better creative people. As always, stay curious. That is all for today from Mr. E and the rest of the Conductive Music team. All the best, guys. Stay curious.